Animals would never fail to fascinate us, right? Here it is, some of curious and unique chordate animals. Okay, let's get ready to be amazed.
Pyrosomes are giant transparent organisms. They differ from the other bioluminescent animals in the sea because they emit a sustained bright glow rather than a brief flash. Thomas Huxley declared that pyrosomes shine like white hot cylinders in the water. If one pyrosome colony begins to glow, it can spark others in a luminous chain reaction. The light they emit probably confuses the predators. What in the world is this? It's twice as long as a human body, translucent and kind of glowing. Thousands of hungry mouths pulsing ready to gobble up whatever they can. They just might be some of the most interesting least known creatures in the ocean sea cells. They are kind of like jellyfish. Cells are both beautiful and amazing. They often resemble a living diamond necklace floating in the water. They pump water through their bodies to breathe, catch food, and move about.
Blobfish. It's an ugly looking unusual fish which doesn't resemble any other fish species. It is a deep water fish found along the coast of Australia. What makes it more unusual is that it's found 2000 to 4000 feet under the waves, where the pressure is 120 times higher than surface pressure. It is a non-skeletal fish. Because being a deep water fish, the only way to withstand pressure is to have a water-like body structure. This explains the jelly-like skeleton of the blobfish. They don't have swim bladder, which helps it to survive in the deepest part of the water. Leafy sea dragon. Found in the coastal water of southern Australia. They utilize their leaf-shaped appendages to help them blend with the surrounding seaweed and kelp in their environment. Camouflage is their primary defense against predators. They can live up to 7 to 10 years. Their body is covered in hard, bony plates with spines. When threatened, they may curl up and present their spines to the attacking fish. Their mating takes place in summer. Female lays 200 to 300 eggs and she deposits them in the male's brood pouch. Males are responsible for carrying the eggs. They incubate the eggs for around 6 weeks. They are threatened by pollution, habitat destruction and poaching, so it's illegal to collect them from the wild.
Purple frog. Purple frog is a frog species that belongs to the family Zoology. It's found in Western Ghats in India. They have shiny purple skin, light blue ring around its eye, and a pointy pig nose. It remains underground most of the year except 2 to 3 weeks during monsoon when it comes out to mate. Unlike other frogs, it has a very short hind legs which does not allow it to live. Ever heard about frog with transparent skin? Here it is, known as glass frog or see-through glass frog. There are more than 120 species, and the abdominal skin of the most of the members are transparent and translucent. Organs are visible through their skin. Let's look how we can see working of the heart. Next is axolotl. Even though axolotls are commonly referred to as Mexican walking fish, they are not fish at all. They are amphibians which exhibit neoteny. That is, they can achieve sexual maturity without losing any of their larval features. They can be induced to develop into a terrestrial adult salamanders by the injection of thyroid hormones. Their courtship rituals involve dancing. That is, during mating, adult animals rub each other's cloacal region and moves together in a circular dance-like fashion. Hairy frog, also known as horror frog or Wolverine frog. In them, male produce long hair-like strands of skin and arteries. When they breed, hair help to take more oxygen through the skin and also help to take care of breed. They possess retractable claws which project out of the skin by intentionally breaking the bones of the toe. They are not true claws. It is made up of bones, not keratin. These claws later retract passively while the damaged tissue is regenerated. Small nodules are present beyond frog's fingertip. When frog is attacked, it breaks the nodule's connection and forces the sharpened bone through the skin. Hairy frogs are roasted and eaten in Cameroon. Bakosi people believe that hairy frogs are fallen from the sky and if eaten, childless couple become fertile. Next is Chinese giant salamander, one of the largest amphibian species in the world. Adult may weigh 25 to 30 kilograms. The Chinese giant salamander is a flagship species for China's freshwater river system. Effort to conserve it will play a vital role in protecting the region's habitat and biodiversity, as well as freshwater resources for the people of China. As they have poor eyesight, they use sensory knobs on their head and body to detect minute changes in water pressure that enable them to find the prey. They can live more than 70 years.
Curious reptiles. Firstly, we are going to discuss about Mary River turtle, Alusor macrurus. This become an interesting reptile because this is a turtle with mohawk. The mohawk does not come as standard and is actually algae growing on the turtle's heads. Another peculiar trait is that this turtle can breathe underwater through special organs in its cloaca or butt. This shocking adaptation allows this spiky-chinned turtle to stay submerged for up to 3 days. It takes an unexpectedly long time to reach sexual maturity, with individuals not breeding before the age of 24. The strange turtle is one of the several species of cloaca-breathing turtle which breathe underwater using specialized gland and their reproductive organ. This allows the individual to remain submerged for 72 hours. Another interesting reptile is the Madagascar blind snake. This unique species of blind snake has lost its eyes and spends its life using the bulldozer-like head to burrow through the sandy soil in search of the insects. The round island-keel scaled boar is unique amongst all terrestrial vertebrates on the earth, being the only species to have an intramaxillary joint that can separate and split the anterior and posterior bones of the upper jaw. This adaptation helps the snake to better hold on to their preferred prey of geckos and chicks. This snake also has specialized skin cells that allow individuals to change color over a 24-hour period. They darken during the day when they are inactive and are lighter at the night when they are more active. Further one is Roti Island snake-necked turtle. The Roti Island snake-necked turtle, also commonly known as Macquarie snake-necked turtle, is a critically endangered turtle species from Rhode Island in Indonesia. The Roti Island snake-necked turtle was split from the New Guinea snake-necked turtle and regarded as distinct species in 1994. Carapace of this turtle can reach a straight length of 18 to 24 centimeters. The color of the carapace is a pale grey-brown. Occasionally, there are also specimens which have a chestnut-colored hue. The plastron is a pale buff white. The neck, which is nearly as long as the carapace, is dark brown on the upper parts with round tubercles. The underparts are light gray. The iris is black surrounded by a white ring.
Honey guide. Honeyguide is a bird mainly found in Africa, Asia, and Europe. They are perching birds in the family Indicatoridae. It is also known as indicator birds or honeybirds. It mainly feeds on wax, mostly bee wax. Honeyguides are named for a remarkable habit seen in one or two species, that is, they guide humans and possibly other large mammals such as honey badger to bee colonies. Once the mammals or humans open the hive and takes the honey guides feeds on the remaining bags and larvae. Thus, with the use of honey guides by Boran people of East Africa reduces the search time for honey by about 2/3. These people uses a specific loud whistle known as fulido at the beginning of the search of honey. Red-wattled lapwing. The red-wattled lapwing or Vanillus indicus is an Asian lapwing or large plover, a wader in the family Chordata. This species is declining in its western range but is abundant in much of South Asia. It has a preference for marshes and similar freshwater wetland habitats. It lays eggs in ground scrape or depression. Nests are difficult to find since eggs and nest usually match the ground to perfection. At the time of nesting, if anyone approaches them, it will make noise and fly around their head and run to bite them. And when someone seems to going near to their nest, especially in the case of dogs, it will act like its wings are bent and walk like its legs are fractured when it catches dog's attention from the nest to them, and when the dog comes to attack them, they will fly high.
Satin bowerbird. Satin bowerbird is one of the most curious bird species seen among our animal kingdom. They have a great attraction towards blue color. They make their nest with very attractive, colorful objects and are collected from countryside and streets.
There are so many curious animals that belongs to the class Mammalia. One among them is a proboscis monkey. The proboscis monkey is an endangered species, approximately 660 left in the wild. A long, fleshy, pendulous nose that can grow up to 7 inches in length and swells when the monkey becomes excited or angry. It's thought the purpose of this oversized organ is to amplify its call and attract mates. Wild Bactrian camel, otherwise called Camelus ferus. They are the only true wild camels, and the unique feature is they have 2 humps which store fat that can be converted to water and energy when sustenance is not available. As fat is depleted, humps become floppy. The ghost tarsier. It is one of the world's smallest primates, nocturnal built to see. They can hear and hunt in darkness. Large eyes that are fixed in place, and his head can rotate similarly to that of an owl. Flexible hairless ears detect even the slightest insect movement. Dugong. Dugong is a large animal that can reach the length of 11 feet and weight of 2000 pounds. It has a flat tail and flippers like a whale, but it is more closely related to an elephant. Dugong has evolved 50 to 60 million years ago when an elephant-like creature entered the water. Dugong has large mouth with upper lip designed for bristling of sea grass.
These animals are some drops from a great ocean of variety of animals. We are glad that we took this effort to present these animals in front of you. Thank you.